To other stories now, the Nigerian Supreme Court has sentenced Adamawa State farmer Sunday Jackson to death by hanging for killing a Fulani herdsman in what many are describing as illegitimate self-defense. The court ruled that Jackson should have fled after disarming his attacker rather than using the weapon against him. The ruling has sparked outrage among Nigerians and the international community as some advocacy groups plead leniency for Jackson.
The Supreme Court of Nigeria on March 7, 2025, upheld the death sentence of Sunday Jackson, a farmer in his 30s, for killing a herdsman in what he claims was an act of self-defense. The ruling has drawn sharp criticisms from human rights advocates who argued that it reflects a disturbing trend in Nigeria's justice system, where citizens defending themselves against violent attacks are increasingly facing harsh penalties, while their attackers often evade accountability.
The Nigerian Constitution says that anybody who loses his life because another person was protecting his life or his property from his attack, that such a death is justified, is not a criminal offense.
The advocacy groups are calling on the governor of Adamawa State to grant Jackson clemency and for Nigerian authorities to address the systematic issue that have led to such a controversial verdict.
This is a situation of self-defense. Sunday Jackson was farming, a 20-year-old young farmer, Christian man, loves Jesus. He's there on his farm, his wife and two small children, and this Fulani Islamist comes and attacks him with a knife. Sunday Jackson is stabbed on the leg, and they ensue in a fight, and then Sunday Jackson then has the knife in his hand, and he kills his attacker. This was totally self-defense.
The case dates back to an incident in Adamawa State where Jackson was attacked on his farm in Kodonti Forest by a herdsman who had trespassed with his cattle. According to Jackson, herdsman pulled a knife and stabbed him multiple times during the altercation. In the struggle, Jackson managed to seize the knife and fatally stabbed the herdsman in the neck. Jackson was subsequently arrested and charged with murder, despite his consistent assertion that he acted in self-defense. In 2021, a Yola High Court sentenced him to death by hanging, a decision the Supreme Court has now affirmed. Ogie Yehimekme, AIT News, Abuja.